everyone, welcome back. So today I am building in Windenburg, and I decided to do kind of like another not spooky build, but I kind of built like this castle. I made it look a little spooky, just because we're getting into October and I'm just getting into that kind of vibe. But yeah, here I'm just kind of showing you an overview of what the outside looks like because I built that off camera. Otherwise, this video would have been way too long. But yeah, this is kind of what the castle and the outside look like. And it's pretty much a family um build, like because there's like a parent's bedroom, and then I used the new storybook something kit. The new kit that came out for the, I think it's for like babies and toddlers and infants. So yeah, I used that in the kids' room, and then upstairs I built an art studio using the new kit. I think that one's just like the art studio kit, I think is what it's called. Um, so yeah. So this build is going to include both those new kits, which I was very excited about. I know kits are very controversial, and not everybody likes them. I like them. I think it adds to a build. Um, do I think it's worth the money? Sometimes. Sometimes, it depends on the kit. But I do enjoy them, and I do like building in The Sims mostly than playing. So for me, like to be able to add a bunch of items to my build. And I know people said, oh, you can get custom content or whatnot, which is true. But I mean, if you want to build and post like a no CC build, then you're not going to put custom content. Like I don't build with custom content. Um, so yeah, so I like having the kids to add a little extra something. I do kind of, I do have to say, I kind of wish. Well, I guess the art easel is because I like when there's a couple functional items in a kit. Like I know a lot of the times it's just decor items. So if they could add a lot more functional items in kits, that would be nice. Or at least one functional item. Like if you're paying for a kit, can you have like can they add like at least one functional item in every kit they release? I know that's asking for a lot, but that would be nice. So at least it makes it kind of worth it. But I guess with the art studio kit, technically the easel is functional, and the woodworking table actually, and then with the nursery kit obviously the cribs and the bassinets and the toys and all that are functional. So I think these kits were definitely worth it because I think there's a lot of items that are functional and usable in like live mode, like where you could play with them. So these kits I think are definitely worth it to get them, because as a building standpoint there's a lot of decor items, and then as like a play standpoint there's like items that are usable. So yeah, I'm very happy with these kits. I very much enjoyed building with them. And this build was very fun, and yeah, I just I wanted to try to get into that. I want to build more Halloween builds because I feel like the last two builds I built were more like fall or like spooky-ish, but they're not like full on Halloween, or they're not, they're just dark, and they're not like scary or anything. So I might build something a little bit more like towards Halloweenish. Um but yeah, anyway, this is my favorite time of year. I love the fall, I love Halloween, and anytime I could build those kind of themes, I will definitely do that. But yeah, as you can see right now, I just did the outside of the build. Over on the other side, you saw I just did some seating area and a barbecue, and there's like a little sand pit for like the kids to play in. Because I believe that sand is functional and they can actually build sand castles and everything in it. Um, so yeah, I added that and like a swing set and stuff. And then over here, there's like the fire pit, and then this little seating area. I just thought came out so nice, and that canopy. Oh, I can't think. Did it come with Love Struck, or did it come with that kit? I cannot remember where this canopy came from, but I remember when I was trying to build with that pack or kit, I couldn't find it. I think it was Love Struck. I think it did come with that. And I couldn't find it at that time, but now I found it for this build, and I was like, "Oh, I got to put that outside as like a little seating over the seating area," cuz I just thought it looked so pretty and I thought it matched this build really nice. So yeah, I was happy I got to use that canopy. And then I just put like a little chess table, and then over here I wanted to put a little something in this corner just to add, balance out the build on the outside. So I thought, because I did an art studio outside, that, this sim is very artistic. They like to paint. So I put an art easel over here, and I figured, they could sit out here and they can watch their, kids play out, and like maybe do like a realism painting, because I think you could do that in the game. You could paint from reference. So maybe you have your main sim like out here watching like what's going on in the yard, and then they paint from like reference, like paint the realism what's going on. Like I thought that was nice to kind of angle it towards the yard. Um but yeah, this is just like the other side. Like I said, I put a picnic blanket over here. I put some planters over here. On the other side, you'll see in the back of the build, I put some like planter, like the dirt, so that you could plant like bigger plants, like the oversized crops. And then this was just a little sand area for the kid. I had one of those um toddler slides. I think they came with growing together. And then in debug, they have this little pail and shovel, which I think is so cute, and I just love adding it to my little sand, you know, like sand playground things, because I just think it adds like the decor. And then I stuck a couple little toys in there, because I figured, the kids are gonna be out here probably playing with toys too. And then I usually add pets into all my builds, so I thought maybe this family had a dog. And then I remembered about these like training, like the little hoops and the little thing that the dogs, you can like do dog training. And I don't get to use them very often, and this yard was pretty big, so I just thought that was like a fun thing to add. I know it's kind of random, but I don't really get to use those. So yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. Maybe that's one of the things the adult sim does. Maybe they train dogs, or they train, they're a dog trainer or something. Maybe, I know it's not a career, but maybe it's just something that your sim likes to do for fun. So I just stuck those out there. And then now we're moving on to the inside. So this is the kitchen. I went with this green color because I had the same color on the wall out in the hallway. And I just thought it was so pretty. And then I saw these cabinets. I think they're from vampires, and the green just matched perfectly, and it was so pretty. So I just had to use it. I don't really use these cabinets like ever, which is kind of sad because they're very pretty. So I got to remember to use them more often. But yeah, I loved this green color, and I thought it went with this color scheme, and then it went with the walls. Like that tile on the back is from, I believe, the bistro kit. And it did have a little bit of that green in some of the tiles. So I thought it all just kind of tied together with the blacks and the greens and the grays. I just think this kitchen came out so pretty, and just all the colors. And I didn't realize how many items we had in that shade of green. Until I was actually putting this together. So I thought that was just kind of nice. Because sometimes, like, if you mix and match, like, swatches in different packs, like sometimes the shades are just a little off. Even within the same pack, the shades just don't always fully match. I think I said that in my last build. So I was very happy that I was able to find that many like shades of green to kind of tie the whole thing together. Um, but yeah, this is just the kitchen and the dining room. Because I do a little dining table on the other side. This build, you'll see the main rooms, but I didn't show me doing the hallways or the bathrooms, because I feel like those just get kind of repetitive, and I don't go too crazy in the hallways and like the bathrooms with decorating and stuff. So I really didn't feel the need to like add those to the speed build. Because it just would have made this build way too long. But you will see in the screenshots the finished, you know, I'll show like the hallways and the bathrooms in the screenshot, so you'll get to see everything done there. But for the speed build, I just felt like to shorten the video up, I'm not gonna add those. Um, but yeah, I just cluttered the kitchen up a bit. And then I added this really pretty rug. I think it's base game, but it actually was really pretty. And like I said, it came with that shade, and it actually matched the flooring. I think the flooring tile is from Spa Day, which I thought was kind of funny. I don't really use that either, but I thought it looked really nice in here, and the rug kind of just matched. And those bar stools, I believe, are from the new bistro kit too. So it was kind of funny how all these different kits and packs kind of came together. Like these chairs in the back are from cats and dogs, but the black on the chairs and then the little flowers on the cushions were like the same green shade. So everything just kind of like tied together from all these different kits and packs, and it was just really nice to be able to use a bunch of different things, a bunch of different items from all different packs and kits. Yeah, so I thought that was really nice. And then this shelf also came from the bistro kit. I did use a lot from that kit in this build. So like I said, I know kits can be controversial sometimes for some people, but I actually tend to use all the items a lot in a lot of my builds, especially like the everyday clutter kit and the bathroom clutter kit. Like those, I just use in every single build. Like, so so from a builder standpoint, yeah, I think they're worth it only because it really does add a lot to the game, and you're able to clutter a lot and put a lot more like story into a build using these items. So yeah, I do enjoy kits sometimes for the most part. When they first started coming out, I didn't buy any. So I don't have like the original kits that came out because I just refused because I said the same thing. I don't think they're worth it. I'll never use them. And then as soon as I believe it was the Everyday Clutter kit came out, I forget which one came. I think that one came out before the bathroom. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this one and see." And ever since then I just kind of got them all. So, um eventually maybe I'll go back and get the other ones, but I don't know. I haven't had to use the other ones. Like I haven't felt a need for them. So I may just get ones coming out like in the future and just. But I know sometimes they do kits for free, I believe. Like they've done it where you could like they've put some for free. Like the Blooming Rooms kit, I believe, was free at one point. I obviously got that before they released it for free. But if they ever do the other ones, then I'll be able to get them without having to actually buy them. But we'll see. Anyway, now we're moving on to the living room. And this wallpaper was also from Love Struck, and I just thought it looked so pretty in here, so I had to use it. And then I was having such a hard time finding a fireplace that would work in this room because all the color swatches just did not look right to me. So I went with this one. I believe it is base game. Um, and the green marble around it just kind of looked really nice with with the green on the walls and the couches. So I thought, this one looked the best with all like the color scheme and the furniture. And then I went with these sofas. I think they're from the jewelry that whatever that jewelry jewel kit or pack. I forget what that one was. I think that one was a game pack. I can't remember. So many came out. But yeah, that's where the couches are from. Oh, the Crystal Creations kit. That's what it was called. Yeah, so those are the couches, and then the chairs also came from Love Struck, which I think the colors just kind of went together really nicely, and like I said, it went really nicely with the wallpaper. And then the actual table and side table are from the paranormal pack. And that red or maroon color just kind of matched the roses that were on the wallpaper. So everything kind of just tied together. And like I said, you know, through a lot of packs and gate and everything, you can kind of find all the items and the colors just kind of go really nicely together. So I was very surprised. But yeah, I kind of like how this room came together. I was struggling in the living room, like trying to get colors to match, and I don't want to be too matchy, but I also didn't want it to be like where it didn't look like it fit at all. So I wasn't sure about using this paranormal like chair like tables and everything, because I wasn't sure about that maroon color. But then I decided, it does match the wallpaper, and I thought it looked nice, so I kind of just left it. But it did have that gold on it, and I wasn't sure about that either. But then I realized the chairs from the Love Shock pack have that little bit of a gold hardware on it, so I was like, okay, maybe it'll all tie together in the end. And I think it did. I think it all came out really nicely. This room is a little bit more colorful than I planned on, and I use a lot more colors than I normally do, I think. But in the end, I think it all came together and was all cohesive, and it turned out okay. And that rug is also from the oh god, I forgot her. Oh, Crystal Creations kit. That's where that rug came from also, and I thought that was really pretty. And I think I used that in another room too, but I can't remember where. But yeah, then I put a little dog bed in here and like a little bookshelf. Um, and then I will change the colors on the pillows over there. And then here I was gonna do a gallery wall, but I just didn't like any of the way the photos looked. And I ended up doing a gallery wall upstairs in the art room. So you'll see that. And then I used these big like pictures from the Love Struck pack, and I just think they're so pretty. And I really think they kind of look like maybe your Sims could have painted them. So I did put them like in here in the living room. I put one in the bedroom, and then I put one upstairs because I figured if this Sim is an artist and that is kind of like their career, then maybe they painted these pictures because they kind of look like maybe it's something like they kind of look like they were hand painted. So I really like those from the Love Struck pack. I think they're so pretty. And I love the size of them. They really fill up a wall nicely. So I know I'm going to be using those a lot in a lot of my builds. But yeah, I really do love those paintings. And yeah, I just feel like they go with a build if you're a sim or if you're building for kind of an artist because it kind of looks like maybe they were hand painted. Yeah, so I really enjoy using those. And then here in the living room, you'll see I use pictures right here behind the sofa. I do end up using the same ones I noticed when I was going through this upstairs, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. I might swap them out before I load this to the gallery if I remember. But I don't think like these I use upstairs on the gallery wall, but it's the gallery wall so there's so many photos up there that you'll never like you probably won't even notice that they're doubled. But I do use one of the bigger pictures cuz here we're moving on to the parents' bedroom. And I do use that other another big picture or painting from the Love Struck pack that I just used in the living room. And I realized after this was over that I used the same swatch in the parents' bedroom that I did upstairs in the art studio. So that I will change. I will change probably the one in the art studio because I think the swatch I used in the bedroom here just really went with the color scheme. Um, but I think I'll switch the swatch on the one upstairs before I load this to the gallery and before I take the screenshots. So yeah, you'll notice in the speed build it's the same one, and I didn't realize because I built these rooms and then I did the other ones a couple days later, so I kind of forgot what swatches I used and I didn't go back and check. So that's why I kind of doubled up on it because I forgot what I already used in the build. But yeah, I'll fix that. But yeah, this is just the parents' bedroom, and almost I think all the furniture is from the Modern Luxe kit. Like the bed, the side tables, the vanity, the dresser, the curtains, they're all from the Modern Luxe kit. The only thing, the mirror is from Jungle Adventure, and then these lamps are from oh, what is that pack? It's a oh, I don't know. It's the one that comes with the butler. I can't remember what it is. But that's where those lamps are from. But yeah, here behind the vanity, you'll see I use this photo, and I think it's like I said, it's so pretty. I just love all the swatches pretty much in that painting they gave us with the Love Struck pack. Um, but I just thought that blue looks so nice in this room. But I do end up using the same swatch upstairs. So like I said, I'll just change that one out. But it does look like it was like hand painted. So that's why I think it works really well in this build, especially since I was going with like an artist theme. So yeah, and like I said, it takes up like a perfect amount of the wall, so it kind of covers like enough where it's just like this big statement piece. So I really do. That's like my favorite I think item from that game pack or expansion pack it was. But yeah, so anyway, I put some lamps in here and some lighting, and I put another dog bed. I didn't go over the top in this room. I didn't really clutter it that much. I mean, I added some clutter to the vanity, and I added a little clutter here to the dresser, but I kind of left this room somewhat basic. I don't know. I just didn't feel like this room needed to be overly cluttered like I normally do. I figured maybe these Sims are very just, clean and, they don't have too much clutter in their personal space. And I just kind of, I don't know, I just didn't feel like I needed to clutter up these rooms too much. I think in the kids' room or the baby's room, I cluttered a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I just did minimal in here, and I added that little house hippo. I think that came from the Love Struck back too. And I know a lot of people I don't think liked it, but I think it's so cute. And I just had to put it in there. I don't know if the green matched with the blue color in there, but I just thought it looks really cute. But yeah, anyway, we are moving on to the kids room or the baby toddler room. I did add a crib in here, and then I added a toddler bedroom, so I figured this room you could fit, two Sims. Um, so you could have like an infant and a toddler both in this room at the same time. Because I had enough space, and I just thought I wanted to use as much as I could from the new kit. So I just think it's so pretty, and I know they collabed with like a Sims creator. I don't remember who it was, because I'm really bad with remembering that kind of stuff. But I know this was a collab. that they did, and I just think the items are so pretty. I just love everything about them. Um, yeah, I just love these items. I think the color swatches are so nice. And there's just so much detail, and yeah, there's nothing more I could say about it that I just really like this kit. I think this one's my favorite out of the two. I think I really prefer this one over the art studio only because the items just look so nice, and there's so much like you could do. Like I said, there's like the crib is functional, the bed's functional, the dollhouse is functional, the rocking chair, the play mat for the infant, the changing table, like it's all functional items that are usable in gameplay. So I think that's really nice too, that it's not just decor, that they're functional also. And I love how this room came out. I love the colors. I love how pretty it is. I really do want to do a baby or a kid's room with the lighter swatches and make it a little bit less, gothic. But for this build, I just thought those colors just went really nicely, and I just thought it looks perfect for this castle build to use the darker colors. But yeah, I talked over it. So that was the kids' room with the new nursery storybook nursery kit or something it's called. Um, and now this is the upstairs, and this is going to be the art studio, and all these items are from the new art studio kit. So this easel and just every single item in here you'll see is from the new kit. And I put this easel kind of like by the window at an angle because I figured it just kind of looked nice, and I was like, maybe the sim looks out the window and then paints like while they're looking out the window, or maybe they paint from reference out the window. So I just like the placement of the easel over there because I just thought it looked nicer, and it wasn't just like stuck against a wall. So I just thought that looked really nice. And then I had this separated room. At I originally thought I was gonna have like a playroom up here for the kids and then have an art studio, but I forgot how many items actually came with this kit. So I just made the whole upstairs like for the art studio, and I figured um like this half is where they do photos. I actually meant to put a camera in here on a tripod, and I might do that for the screenshots. But I figured over there is like where that backdrop is, and they can take photos for their art and everything. And then that's kind of why it's sectioned off still, because maybe they want like less lighting, or I don't know. I just kind of had it sectioned off beforehand, and I kind of left it that way. And then over here, I figured is more of their workstation. So there's the woodworking table, and there's the easel, and just all that other kind of furniture in there. So I just thought it looked nice kind of being sectioned off, and like, that it was kind of on purpose. And it was in the beginning, like I said, I meant to do that as like a kids play area and then an art studio, but I forgot how much furniture actually came with this kit. So I decided to just make the whole floor for the art studio. But yeah, here you'll see I use the same swatch from the Love Struck, and I used it on that wall. So I'll just switch that before I do the screenshots. And like I said, I might add a camera and a tripod because I don't know if you could actually use the backdrop and take photos. Um, but I don't know. I just feel like it needs that. So I might add that for the screenshots. And then here is my gallery wall because I figured maybe these are all pictures and paintings and photos that the artistic sim took. So yeah, I just wanted a gallery wall here. And I use, like I said, those same photos again, but I don't think it's that obvious. Um, but yeah, I just thought this wall was perfect for a gallery wall, and I think it came out really nice, and it's really cool. Um, but yeah, that's really it for the build. So if you guys like it, please like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it, and let me know what you think of the build or how you guys are liking the new kits. Or whatever you guys want to leave me in the comments. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.